Leroy Cruz here, your Life Applications Officer. Getting back to, what was I on? The Black Experience, Japan. Okay? Black people, you don't need to try and find your place in this world. But being you do, that's what you're doing. I'll put it like this. These guys went to Japan and they found, I'm gonna cover whatever is not in my notes here. These guys went to Japan and they accepted the Japanese culture as the Japanese culture is. They accepted the fact that if they go over there and they're not allowed to express hip hop, as some of them did, the way they do over here in the U.S., that, okay, that's not racist, that's just Japanese. Okay, I accept that. Why is it racist over here when everybody doesn't want to, you know what I'm saying? But, okay, they go out there and they try to do hip-hop out there, and the Japanese are like, oh, we'll do this, but we won't do this, okay? They try to go in certain places, and they can't go because they're afraid of what your black culture or what your black response would be. As I showed you, if you didn't watch the video before this one, watch part one, okay? The first one I did on Japan, okay? Before this one. And then they go out there, they accept the Japanese culture. They go out there and they have all these rules, like the one kid, the one that got deported, and they let him come back. Black kid, mind you. They got deported because he was acting up in a university or something. Read the video, watch the video, you'll see. They didn't agree with the way he was acting at a university, or he said something he shouldn't have said. He got deported immediately. He got deported. He said it was the scariest thing ever, okay? And this is Japan. This ain't America. This is Japan. This ain't Germany, or, this ain't Europe, okay? This is Japan, okay? These people are slightly melanated, okay? Now, they go out there, they accept the culture, they accept the rules and customs of the Japanese people. And what do they all say? What is the one thing that they all say out there when they go to these Asian countries? They say, oh, if you respect everybody and respect the culture and, know what your limits are, then you'll get along just fine. That's what they all say. But yet, I hate to tell you people that are going to Japan and finding solace in Japan, I hate to tell you this, but you weren't doing that here in the U.S. If you had been doing that here in the U.S., you would have gotten along just fine. Okay, but you weren't doing that here in the U.S. Black people don't do that here in the U.S. They think the U.S. is whatever they want to make it. Don't act a fool here in the U.S. and then go over to Japan and be respectful and then claim that, oh, we want all these black people to come to Japan because it's more respectful out here. It's respectful because you're being respectful. People respect you back. It ain't respectful out there. It ain't peaceful out there because there ain't no white people out there. Or because the cops don't carry guns, as a dozen of them said. I feel as peaceful right here in the U.S. as you do in Japan. The only people that I'm afraid of, that I'm worried about carrying a gun, are the people that look like me. And this is the thing that pisses me off And I'm sick and tired of black people covering it up. And until they stop covering it up, we will never, ever, ever get over this. We will always be the so-called Black Depression, white supremacy, white privilege. Okay? Until we get it in our heads that there is a problem in our community, stop covering it up and admit it. It's like admitting that I got, Crohn's disease. Okay? If you were once gay, and now you have a disease because you were gay, and it gave you AIDS, and you can't hold your poop in because of all the crazy things you did while you was gay. When you decide, when you get to that point to where you're ready to move on with your life and make sense of your life and do the right thing, be honest and say, well, I was gay. I was gay, and yeah, we did that. We did it. I have to confess, we did that. And that's why I am like I am. That's what you have to do. You can't keep on saying, oh, well, and then like this lady the other day, I wanted to slap her. Okay? She didn't care. All she said was, well, they're going to take over. Who? The black kids. This is their time. They're going to take over. And I says, well, I hope to be gone by the time they take over. I don't want to be here to see that. And what did she say? Yeah, I hope to be gone too. So, okay, you don't care to understand that you're part of the problem. You are part of the problem. You want to justify what they do, and then you want to turn around and tell me that they're going to take over, and then you just want to die out and don't worry about it. So I told you, okay, about these people living in Japan, that they were veterans. Most of them, all of them teach English. That's how they got to Japan. You're not getting there by working at McDonald's. You're not getting there by going and trying to compete with a Japanese person over a daggone job. You're going there to do something that no Japanese person can do. That's how you got into Japan. Then you begin to build your restaurant, and then you begin to have more freedom after you came in there and proved that you could do something that they can't do. Think about that here in America. Okay, but they're veterans, super positive people, best people you ever want to meet, okay? You name it. Where's it at? Where's he at? Let me click on him if I can find him. I was just looking at his, where'd he go? What the heck? He didn't mess with Eric. No, that's not it. He didn't mess with my history. What the heck? And there's a whole bunch of stuff here I never watched. Like they're putting it in my history. I didn't watch all these videos. Oh, I know why. I know why they're putting them in my history, because like when you go to see what you're getting ready to watch, I guess they put that in your history. Where's the video that I was watching yesterday? I just had it sitting there. I'm going to smack my camera on my phone. I'm going to smack it. Where you at? Killing me, man. Where'd all these videos come from? I do not remember watching half of these. No, not trying to go there. Get out of here. I just had him sitting here, and now he's gone. I had him sitting here. About the kid that got deported. I'm not going to play the video because I already played it in the last video, but I'm getting ready to do another video on okay, here's one. Are we getting there yet? Where is he? Where did he go? You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, there he is. I'll just let that play, but I already showed you the majority of it, but I'll just let that play for a screensaver. But anyway, let me finish here. Okay, so these people that are moving to Japan are like the most positive people you ever want to meet. The kind of black people that I would want to kick it with. Okay? Very positive. They got a lot of skills. And if I had what they had to give, I would probably move to Japan myself. Or at least, who knows, buy a house in Japan, you know, or property in Japan, you know, just to have another alternative to America. But it wouldn't be because America is racist. White supremacy, white privilege. We're getting sick and tired of it. We had enough. Black Lives Matter. You know, get out of here. Super positive. The way these people talk, you can tell they teach English. The way they talk, the way they act. Even these ones that are in the hip hop. You look at a lot of guys that are in hip hop out here, and you look at these guys. These guys, in order for them to pull this off, they had to have a really, really, really great personality and attitude. And this is why it worked out for them. Do blacks living in Asian nations act different than blacks Americans? Oh my God, yes. No Asian nation will ever be a melting pot. I said that in the last video. And what did the one guy said, the one professor say at the end of that video I did? He said, pay your taxes, talk to the people. See, a lot of black folks ain't doing that here in the United States. They're not talking to the people and getting to know the people and trying to find out the difference. But he said, talk to the people, become friends with the people. You saw I did a video, I showed 2 clips of 2 of these guys that moved to Japan doing that. They are one with their neighbors, okay? They are one with their neighbors. And their neighbors respect them. They doubly respect their neighbors, okay? No Asian nation will ever be a melting pot. Pay your taxes, talk to the people, become friends with people. Set your affairs in order. What's he mean by that? He means that don't come there thinking that somebody's going to handle things for you, that you're somebody else's problem. No. Have your A, your B, and your C. Have your backup plan. Have your money. Have everything paid up. Know what you're getting into before you get there. And then set your affairs in order so that nothing can pull you away from what you're getting into. That once you get there, you're done. You're there and that's it. Okay? That's another thing we don't do here in America. We don't set our affairs in order and then you know. But this is the thing I want to say. These people moved all the way to Japan and learned how to be black people. And then they want to call it, you know, finding solace or finding culture, finding peace. No, 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 no. You went to Japan in fear and afraid and out of respect. You had some reverence for the Japanese people. You had respect for them. And you found out if you respect them, they will respect you. And they will give you a home there and give you a place there. That's the point. But see, you didn't have that attitude when you were here in America. You thought that you could run around here and that there was no culture but whatever you wanted to make of it. Let me say that again. You didn't do that here in America. You ran around here acting like there was no culture. And you can make culture whatever little, jungle fever you wanted to make it. But see, when you went to Japan, you went there knowing that one little slip up, one thing out of culture, one thing out of place, you'll be deported. Ask this guy right here. Okay? And they mercifully let him come back. We could go back to Africa or the Israelite nations if we wanted to. Okay? And we could. And it would be the same thing. Okay? You would need to go there and show your respect. And if you don't show your respect, okay, they'll chop you up and eat you. Okay? You got to show your respect. You can't do like you do here in America. You got to go there and show your respect. Okay? So you could go back to Africa, it would be the same thing. You ask people that have left here and are living good in Africa, they'll let you know. You got to respect the culture. You got to respect the people. Just because they dark like you don't mean that you ain't got to respect them. Okay? You got to respect them in their own country. Okay? The one guy that lived in Okinawa on the island, he said Japanese people study black hair by touching it, which is very interesting. And you can't have this attitude in Japan like, don't touch me. I'm black, don't touch me. Okay, or you won't have any friends and you won't have anybody to help you when you don't know your way around. Okay, but they will walk right up to you, especially the younger generation, even the old generation. They'll walk up to you and touch your hair, run their hands through your hair. And I've heard stories about people getting offended by that, black people getting offended by that. But I've also heard stories of where people wanted to understand, so they asked and they told them. Okay? And, I think of the kingdom of heaven when I think about these guys going to Japan and finding solace. And, what's it going to be like when you walk into the kingdom of heaven and, everybody's different. You run into people that are different than you. It's going to be the same thing. You're going to run your hands through their hair. You're going to want to know them. Okay? And that is culture to me. That is culture. That is getting to know people. That is, But white people can't be like, don't touch me. Neither can black people be like, don't touch me. And I'm not saying that, you should go around running your hands through people's hair. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I'm saying that we shouldn't be so touchy. We shouldn't be touchy as blacks. We shouldn't be so touchy as whites. Okay? We need to become more personal with the people around us and let them get to know us and we get to know them. Okay? White people deserve the same respect that other nations get from blacks. Now, all these blacks talking about they went to Ukraine and they went to Japan and they went to Brazil. Okay, give white America, give America the same respect. If you give America the same respect, your eyes will be open and you'll see that it's not that bad of a place. But see, the problem is you think America is a black country. And white people are just in the way. No, it's the opposite. This initially is, and I don't think it was white, I think it was more French. You know what I mean? It was more French or something like that in the beginning, but I wouldn't call plain Jane white, but maybe French or I don't know, Colombian or something, but it wasn't 100% pure, Caucasian white. It was something else. It was white skin, but it wasn't, I think it had a little bit of melanation in it in the beginning. Whatever the case it wasn't a black or African nation. Okay? And I'm not talking about the Native Americans. I'm talking about the white settlers that first came over here, the ones that y'all blame for taking, even them. I don't think they were straight up 100% white. White is not a race. White is a mixture of 2 or 3 different races. But white is not a race in itself. So I believe that they were something else before they were actually white. They emerged as white through, connecting with races as they got here and that, and blah, 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 blah. I don't think they were originally just white like they are today. I think they were something else. I think they had a little bit more melanation in their skin than that. But anyway, even Christopher Columbus, if some people say he's a myth, some people say he's true. If Christopher Columbus, his last name tells me he had a little bit of melanation in his skin. Okay? That's another video. That's another documentary. That's something to study. I have not studied that, so I'm not gonna quote, but I've not studied that, but I'm pretty sure that they weren't just Caucasians. They were a little bit more vintage than that, okay? But white people deserve the same respect that other nations get from blacks, okay? So don't go over to Japan and claim that it's better because of how they treat you when you didn't act like that over here the way you act in Japan. So stop. Just stop, okay? Black folks are being destroyed, and I'm closing. Black folks are being destroyed and destroying America through white folks buying and selling black victimization. And this is the problem we're having in America, where the liberal Democrats, and there's other names to them because not all of them vote, but the ones that do vote Democrat, we will call them liberal Democrats. But there's other white people that don't vote, and there's white people in the Republican Party that are against people like Donald Trump, and the matter of fact, all of them, like Ted Cruz and you name it, Benjamin Carson, anybody, that was trying to run in this previous election, okay? They're against all of them, especially when it comes to messing with immigrants and all like that. And, you know what I'm saying, making America great again. And what does making America great again really mean? It means taking it back to when America was one specific culture. That's what make America great really means. When you say make America great again, you're talking about taking America a step back, not all the way back to slavery, but a step back to where America was a formal culture, like the 80s, for example. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be black back in the day, and if you was like trying to do a job, you trying to work, white people yelled at you about something, it was okay. Because you figure, this is how you learn, this is how you know what I'm saying? It was okay if your white boss yelled at you at work because you didn't do something right. It was okay back in the day because you felt that you was lucky to have a job being black, and then you felt that you don't know because you come from slave families, so you don't know this stuff. They've been in this industry all their life, so they know. Common sense was your best friend back in the day. Today, common sense is not your best friend, okay? The way you feel is your best friend. So if the devil makes you feel anything, then you're just anything. Whatever you want to call it. But black folks are being destroyed, and they're destroying America through white folks buying and selling black victimization. They want you to be a black victim because that way they can be better than you. As long as you're a victim and I can't expect you to come up to my level, then that makes me better than you. But if I say, hey man, you got to come up to my level the same way that I used to be down on your level, okay, then, and I'm willing to do that, then that makes us equal because I'm willing to get up there the same way you did, regardless of the fact that, I'm claiming that you might have some privilege because you're white and I don't have anybody on my team, okay? Still, I'm willing to get up there to where you're at. So, boom, that makes us equal. But we're not equal if you think that you're a victim and I'm supposed to hand down to you from up here. Then we're not equal, okay? Black folks are being destroyed and destroying America through white folks buying and selling black victimization politics. Black victimization politics, stay away from it. Black victimization politics, stay away from it. Black Lives Matter in Japan, until black lives are not special, only then will racism begin to cease. Let me say that again. Until black lives are not special, only then will racism begin to cease. But you know, the Indians and the Asians and everybody else here in America, they accept America for what they can achieve. Black folks have this habit of acting like when they walk in the room, you know what I'm saying, everybody's racist. Why is everybody racist? Because I'm black. So that makes you racist because I'm black. And everybody in here is not. I'm the only black in that room. You're all racist. Okay? And so y'all better pay me that super duper respect. Y'all better get down on one knee and show your respect and apologize for your white privilege in order to make me as a black person feel comfortable around you. And what year is this? 2020. What are we teaching our kids? What are we teaching them? We were supposed to have gotten over this a long time ago. You mean to tell me our kids are less over it than we are? There's something wrong with that. Our kids are less over slavery than we are. Let me say that again. Our children are more victims of slavery than we are. There's something wrong with that picture. There's something seriously wrong with that picture, black people. We need to fix that. We need to fix that photo and retake it. We need to fix that photo and retake it. I'm DeRoy Cruz, your Life Applications Officer. Thank you for watching. This was a short one, but I just wanted to do a part 2 of this and get this out of the way. My next video will be titled Bad News for Black People, and this one you will hate me for because, but it's not going to be long because I got notes and everything I want to say I translate in the notes. So, but DeRoy Cruz here, your Life Applications Officer. I will see you again maybe tomorrow morning, Lord willing, if I have time to do it, and I'll see you then. God bless.